Today I'm continuing my theme of thankfulness. Last week I was suggesting reasons to be thankful for being you. Today I'm suggesting ways of being thankful for other people. I don't know if it's just me, but I find other people decidedly odd. They think differently to me, they behave differently, look different, and bizarrely enough, they don't seem to think that's a problem. From the dawn of time, dealing with difference has been one of the biggest obstacles to relationships between human beings. Fortunately, in the modern world, we've made huge strides. Our society is now much better at coping with differences of race and gender and things like that, and thank goodness for it. But despite all that, it seems to me that Charlie Brown spoke for a lot of people when he said, "I love humanity, it's people I can't stand." For all our advances, we still don't find it easy to cope with people, especially people who are just downright awkward. In fact, in my line of work, I'm astonished at how many people only seem to be able to relate to people through ultimatums. You either relate on my terms completely, or I'll never have anything to do with you ever again. Relating to people who are only prepared to operate on our terms is, I suppose, the easiest way of doing relationships, but it does impoverish us terribly, because each fractured relationship isolates us more and more, and there's nothing worse for human beings than isolation. It's not good for the man to be alone. When the poet Donne famously wrote, "No man is an island," he was making the point that every human being is designed to live in relationships with every other human being. We're all connected to each other, and we're only truly happy when we recognise our need of each other and the way that we're connected with each other. And the loss of any one person, however awkward, diminishes us. My hero Jesus went even further and he told us to love your enemies. How do you even begin to do that? Especially when, as one wag put it, no man is an island, but some of us are pretty long peninsulas. Well, last week I suggested that one big reason to be thankful for yourself was your complete uniqueness, that out of all the human beings that have ever been or ever will be, no one will be you. But if that's a reason to value yourself, then it also has to be a reason to value each human life, every one of them, a living miracle. Difference between human beings is not a problem. It's the best bit about each of us. Awkward people have made an invaluable contribution to the world. Think of Albert Einstein, Alan Turing, Horatio Nelson, John the Baptist, Mozart, Diego Maradona, Amy Winehouse. The list goes on and on and on. Now, of course, not every awkward person is a flawed genius. God knows that, even though some of them clearly think they are. But awkward people force us to see the world in a different way. They challenge us to re-evaluate our values. They challenge us to relate in a new and different way, perhaps finding depths of patience and new skills and listening within us that we didn't know were there before. And that perhaps is their greatest gift, because if we can find a way to relate to awkward people, it saves us from the isolation of having to relate through ultimatums or only on our own terms. It begins that difficult task of loving our enemies and helps us to connect a little more with the rest of humanity. And the better we can relate to one another, not just to the people who are like us, but to everyone, then the more happy and confident we are, and the more happy and confident we make the people around us.